Friends, welcome you all. We are moving to our second unit of our syllabus. If you look at the unit 2 of your financial management course, if you see the second unit talks about two things. One is we'll be learning financing decisions, various aspects of financing decisions we'll be learning. Under these financing decisions, we are supposed to learn sources of long-term capital. That means long-term capital means long-term debt and equity. What are the various other sources also will be learning, like term loan, preference share, hybrid securities, internal funds. Internal funds means funds were generated equally, is generated internally. That means exactly the reserves and surplus. These are the internal funds. Then issues relating financing decisions. So these aspects we are going to learn. And one more thing is about the cost of capital. Nothing in the world is available free of cost. You have to pay a price for that. When a businessman does business, he needs capital. Capital darkar nahi business kariye. So when he needs capital, so he may bring that capital in the form of equity, or he may borrow money, that is in the form of debt. And equity also having a cost, and debt also has a cost. So we'll be learning how to compute that cost so that he'll be able to take suitable financing decisions. I'm going to share my screen right now. So as you can see in the screen, we are going to learn sources of long-term finance and cost of capital. These are the two things in this unit you are going to learn. Various components of cost of capital will be also learning, and there is one more concept of weighted average cost of capital. That also we will be learning. Now look at your screen right now. This is what we call it as the finance function. If you look at here in the center, what is written here? Can you read it here? And the center in the circle. Can you read?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is written here in the middle? Please read this.
Finance manager.
Finance manager takes various types of decisions. If you look at here, as you have studied earlier also, three decisions are important: investment decision, financing decision, and finally dividend decision. How that money will be distributed. That is called a dividend decision. But here you see we are seeing two types of decisions. One is investment decision. Finance manager takes investment decision. That means he decides where to make investment. What are the assets to be bought in? Okay, he also takes financing decision. And when he takes this financing decision, he takes it. That means he considers financial market, and in the financial market, various types of financial instruments are available. Their costs are different. So considering this financial market, he takes financing decision. And considering his business operation, what kind of asset he requires, on that basis, he takes investment decision. Right? And investment decisions, you see, can be of two types. One is capital budgeting decisions. That means when he's purchasing capital asset. Then working capital management decision. That is also investment. Okay, that is also investment. Okay, as you can see, it is divided into two categories. And financing decision, you see, here he takes a decision how he considers cost of capital. And he also decides capital structure. Cost of capital means debt and equity. Therefore, cost of debt and cost of equity both are important. ବୁଝିପାରିଲ? ଆଉ ଥରେ ବୁଝଉଛି. फाइनेंस मैनेजर इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन निये. इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन माने गोटे ला कैपिटल डिसीजन जो मेजर बड़ा बड़ा एसेट किना होछि. सपोज तमाटे स्कूटर किनछ. दैट इज योर कैपिटल बजेटिंग डिसीजन. गोटे बड़ा एसेट किनछ जोटा लास्ट करिवो 5-6 वर्ष. सेला कैपिटल बजेटिंग डिसीजन. बट स्कूटर जो रेगुलर एक्सपेंडिचर, पेट्रोल एक्सपेंडिचर, रेगुलर रिपेयर मेंटेनेंस एक्सपेंडिचर, सेटा हला वर्किंग कैपिटल. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ସ୍କୁଟର କିଣିବାକୁ ଡିସାଇଡ କରିବା ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦିଟା କଥା ଭାବିବା, କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟ କରିବି ଆଉ ତାର ରେଗୁଲାର ମେଣ୍ଟେନାନ୍ସ ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କେତେ ହବ। ବୁଝିଲ, ଏଇଟା ହେଲା ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ। ଫାଇନାନ୍ସିଂ ଡିସିଜନ ରେ ସେ ପଇସାଟା କୋଉଠୁ ଆସିବ, ସପୋଜ ସ୍କୁଟର 50,000 ଟଙ୍କା କୋଉଠୁ ଆସିବ। ଓକେ, ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଇକ୍ୱିଟି। ଇକ୍ୱିଟି ମାନେ ନିଜ ପଇସା ଲଗେଇବି। ଡେପ୍ଟ ହେଲା ଲୋନ। ଲୋନ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆଣିବି, ଲୋନ ର ବି ଗୋଟେ କଷ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ନବ। ଇକ୍ୱିଟିର ବି ଗୋଟେ କଷ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ସେ ପଇସାକୁ ଆଉ କୋଉଠି ଲଗେଇକି ଆର୍ନ କରିପାରିଥାନ୍ତି, ସେଟା ମୋର ଲସ୍ ହଉଛି। ଆଉ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ମାନେ କେତେ ଡେପ୍ଟ ନେବି, କେତେ ଇକ୍ୱିଟି ରଖିବି, 50-50 ନେବି या 90-10 ନେବି, 10% ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟ କରିବି, 90% ଲୋନ ନେବି, ସେଟା ହେଲା କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର। ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ଚାର୍ଟର मतलब କଣ? ବୁଝିପାରୁଛ ତ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in this particular unit, we'll be talking about financing decision. Okay, financing decision से first देखो जी कई चैप्टर को again you see financing decision में कितने बड़े दिन से हमको डील करेगा पड़ियो। financing decision कौन पे finance हमारे दरकार, क्या नाम है, investment करिया दरकार, हमारा किसी asset किनिवार अच्छी, so asset किनिवा से डाला capital budgeting decision. Maybe we have to replace some asset, we need some money for modernization, maybe for expansion, maybe for diversification. For this thing, we need money. That is called as capital budgeting decision is the investment decision. For that investment decision, there is a need to raise fund. पैसा तो दरकार, जिनसे किना हो. There is a need to raise fund. When I say that I will be raising fund, now you see three possibilities I am showing. One is internal funds, internal generation. Second is debt. Third one is externally. Internal funds mean reserves. Debt means maybe term loan, maybe issue of debentures. External equity means fresh, new equity share issue. Okay, so for investment decision, you need to raise fund, and that is your capital structure. How you are going to raise fund and at what cost. Both are important, and both comes under the scope of capital structure decision. Now, if you analyze capital structure decision, this is in fact is talking about the debt equity mix. Kete debt hobo, kete equity hobo, the mix. We decide or we consider existing capital structure. Amar ebe kete debt achi, kete nijar fund achi, equity achi. Then we also consider our payout policy. Payout policy माने amar jete profit earn करती, amar जो माने investor, जो माने shareholder, तांको कितने दोचे, मैं सबू profit distribute कर दोचे, or we are keeping 50% of the profit and 50% we are distributing, or we may keep 60%, 40% we may distributing. So it is a decision. So that is what we call it as payout policy. Some companies, they have policy to distribute 100%. Some companies, they might be having policy not to distribute anything. Okay, money will be there in the company and it will accumulate it as internal reserve. So ये सब जिनसे policy ऊपर depend करे. Okay, बुझिला, so हमें existing capital structure को आगे consider करिवा. Payout policy भी कथा भी भाविवा. तापर हम भाविवा what is the desired debt equity mix. हमें जो business करछनी तादर debt केते हबो, equity केते. Okay, सबु business है सेटा वाटे component. सब most of the business है तमे देखियो किछि owners का fund है जोटा है equity, and there will be some outsiders fund, that is the debt. Debt रे से माने कौन करती, interest दियंती, और debt को repay करिया पड़े. Whereas in case of equity, you need not repay. I repeat, equity you need not repay, but equity is also having a cost. Cost in the sense, equity shareholder को हमको satisfy करिया पड़े. केमी satisfy करिया पड़े, तांको dividend दबाव पड़े. नहेले तांको शेयर वैल्यू जदि बढ़ी जीवो, से माने भी खुशी है. ये 100 टंकार शेयर किन शेयर वैल्यू काली 130 टंका नहीं ସେମାନେ ଖୁସି ହେବେ ତମ ଡିଭିଡେଣ୍ଡ ନଦେଲେ ବି ଚଳିବ କାରଣ ସେ କାହାକୁ ସେୟାର ବିକିଦେଲେ 100 ଟଙ୍କା ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟ କରିଥିଲେ 130 ଟଙ୍କା ତାଙ୍କୁ ମିଳିଲା 30 ଟଙ୍କା ତାଙ୍କ ରିଟର୍ନ ବୁଝିଲ ସୋ ଆମକୁ ଡିସାଇଡ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ଦ ଡିଜାୟର୍ଡ ଡେପ୍ଟ ଇକ୍ୱିଟି ମିକ୍ସ ଓକେ on what basis we are going to decide on the basis of existing capital structure and on the basis of our payout policy ବୁଝିଲ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛ So, ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର କଥା ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସିଂ ଡିସିଜନ କଥା ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି we need to consider what is the debt equity mix. Okay, present mix and what is the desired mix and what is the payout ratio. Suppose more present रे किसी debt ନାହିଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ବିଜନେସ ଲାଗି କିଛି debt ଦରକାର ତ future debt ଆସିଯିବ suppose ମୋର 1,00,000 ଟଙ୍କା capital maybe 50,000 ଟଙ୍କା debt 50,000 ଟଙ୍କା equity ରେ ମୁଁ ଚଲେଇ ପାରିବି ଯାହା profit ଆର ହବ ସେଥିରୁ interest ଯିବ ବାକିଟା ମୁଁ profit ନେବି So when we are talking about this debt equity mix, this decision depends upon two major things. One is that effect on return and effect on risk. Decision to mu nei jibi. Kintu tar return ne kon effect hochi. Okay, return ne effect hochi mane whether my return will be increasing or it will be decreasing because of this debt. Okay, suppose I am earning profit of 20%. Jati mate I am getting a loan at 12%. Then good. Okay, I am earning at the rate of 20%. I am getting a loan at 12%. So I can take a loan at 12%, invest in my business and earn at 20%. So 8% additional profit I am getting. That's good. So effect on the return is positive. On the other hand, let us say you are earning at the rate of 12% and someone is going to give you loan at the rate of 15%. Will you take that loan? You may say no, because you know your earning is 12% and this person is offering you a loan at the rate of 15%. So if you take that loan, it will be having negative effect on your return. Your return is going to diminish because of this loan. Hope you understand. So this is what we call as effect of return. Return ne kon effect padibo? ତମ ଯେତିକି ଟଙ୍କା ରୋଜଗାର କରୁଛ ଯେ ତାଠାରୁ କମ ରେଟରେ ଲୋନ ଆସିଲା ତା ରିଟର୍ନ ଉପରେ ପଜିଟିଭ ଇଫେକ୍ଟ ପଡିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ତମେ ଯେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ରୋଜଗାର କରୁଛ ଯଦି ତାଠୁ ଅଧିକା ରେଟରେ ଲୋନ ଆଣୁଛ ତମ ରୋଜଗାରର ରେଟ ହଉଛି 15% ତମେ ଲୋନ ଆଣୁଛ 16% ତାହେଲେ ରିଟର୍ନ ଉପରେ ନେଗେଟିଭ ଇଫେକ୍ଟ ପଡିବ ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ କଲ୍ଡ ଇଫେକ୍ଟ ଅନ୍ ରିଟର୍ନ ଆମେ ତ କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ଲୋନ ଆଣିବା କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ମିକ୍ସ ଡିସାଇଡ କରିବା ଏଇଟାକୁ ଆମକୁ କନସିଡର କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଦେନ୍ ଇଫେକ୍ଟ ଅନ୍ ରିସ୍କ रिस्क माने कौन लोन आनिले कौन हुए तुम रिस्क टिके बढ़ी जाए लोन इनवाइट्स रिस्क व्हाई इट इज सो बिकॉज the person who is giving you loan he is not bothered about the success of your business he wants his return that means whether you are in earning profit or incurring losses that doesn't matter to him he needs his interest payment and capital repayment even if you are losing money, even if you are incurring losses, he is expecting his return. That means he is expecting his interest and capital repayment, loan repayment. So that is the risk. Risk here is that even if you are not earning anything, you have to pay interest, you have to repay the loan. Had it been equity, equity shareholders are just like your partners. So if profit, they will get their dividend. If no profit, they're not getting anything. And there is no obligation that you have to repay. So risk अच्छी डेप्थ रे या कि डेप्थ जति आमे नेले that means loan जति नेले हमर प्रॉफिट हो कि न हो हमको इंटरेस्ट दबा पड़ो आमे कहि परिबा नै देखो लॉस होछि मो इंटरेस्ट देबी नै सेटा कहि हबो लोन है इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर को कहि हबो और लॉस होछि मो किछि देई परिबा बट डेप्थ होल्डर को कहि हबो So it has an effect of risk. Loan nele debt risk बढ़ी जाए. Okay. And ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ capital structure change କରୁଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଯେତିକି loan capital ଅଛି ସେ mix ଟାକୁ change କରୁଛନ୍ତି it will affect the cost of capital. ଇକ୍ୱିଟିର ଗୋଟେ କଷ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ଡେପ୍ଟର ଗୋଟେ କଷ୍ଟ ଅଛି। ଓକେ, ନର୍ମାଲି ଇକ୍ୱିଟି କଷ୍ଟଟା ଅଧିକା ଥାଏ। କାହିଁକି ଥାଏ ଆମେ ପରେ ଜାଣିବା। ସପୋଜ ଇକ୍ୱିଟି କଷ୍ଟ ଇଜ 20%, ଲୋନ୍ କଷ୍ଟ ଇଜ 12%। ଆମେ ଯଦି ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚରଟାକୁ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କଲେ, ଯଦି ଅଧିକା ଲୋନ୍ ନେଇଗଲେ, ଓକେ, ଲୋନ୍ ର କିଛି ରେସିଓ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କଲେ, then it will affect the cost of capital. Overall cost कमिଯିବ। ओके, ओवरऑल कॉस्ट कमिଯିବ। हमको देखिବାକୁ पड़िବ कोटा ऑप्टिमल कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर, माने केतिकी हमें कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर रे केते डेप्थ केते इक्विटी रखिले हमें मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट पाई परिबा। और एई कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर जे चेंज करबा, इट विल बी अफेक्टिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ द फार्म। फार्म रो वैल्यू को भी अफेक्ट। ओके, फार्म रो वैल्यू किमिति कैलकुलेशन में द फ्यूचर रे भी जानिबो। इक्विटी वैल्यू कैलकुलेशन में, डेप्ट वैल्यू कैलकुलेशन में दीटा को बेसिकली बिजनेस वैल्यू। हमें कहउचंती we are going to change the debt equity mix. If you change the debt equity mix, the value of the farm will also change. Okay, again I'm explaining you from the very beginning. Just watch it carefully, try to understand. Okay, we are discussing about various sources of long-term finance. I told you that in any business, we have to take capital budgeting decisions. That means we have to decide our investment, decide on our investment. We need investment maybe for replacement of assets, maybe for modernization, maybe for expansion, or maybe for diversification. So investment is needed. And for that investment, we need to raise funds. And funds can be raised through internal sources or from internal funds in the form of reserves and surpluses, or through debts, maybe in the form of debentures, term loans, etc. Maybe through external equity, that means issuing fresh equity shares. Okay, since there is a need to raise funds, this leads to our next decision, which is about capital structure decision. Therefore, this capital budgeting decision and capital structure decisions are related. And capital structure decisions we can take. And for that thing, you have to consider what is our existing capital structure. What is our payout policy? That means how much profit we are going to distribute. And what is our desired debt equity mix? What kind of debt equity composition we want? This desired debt equity mix or the desired capital structure will be having effect on the firm's return, as well as it will be affecting firm's risk. So both the things, what is the impact on the risk and impact on risk and return will be considered. Okay, and when I'm changing the capital structure, it will be affecting my overall cost of capital. Overall cost of capital will be affecting the value of the firm. So somewhere we have to decide what is the optimal capital structure or best possible capital structure. Did you understand up to this? Are you getting me? Now, we'll be talking about long-term business finance. So what are the advantages? What are its features? We'll be discussing shortly. And what are the various forms of long-term finance? We'll be also discussing shortly. Okay, right now what we'll do, let us take a small break. Then we'll catch up in 5 minutes, the same link. Thank you.